Great question, Lance. Great. How did I know that was coming? Ticker start today. Yeah.
With R2 playing at center, we all know that he's had a lot of experience at that position in Finland. But where's the biggest learning curve for him making that adjustment to the NHL?
I mean, face-offs are always big and responsibility right off it. There's just some detail there on execution that's important when anybody shifts to that position. So that comes to mind right away. And then obviously defensive zone coverage. But he's been good through that in the preseason. And like I said, with us, it's we want to defend in layers. So he should have support there as well.
Now, what's your philosophy going to be with goalie? Do you tend as a coach to ride the hot goalie, or do you like to go back and forth with goalies? What is your philosophy?
Yeah, that any philosophy will be based on personnel and in any realm. In that one, we're just learning our personnel really. Craig didn't play a lot of games last year, and we're going to read and react with that information as it comes. But if there is a hot guy, it would make sense to stay with that hot guy, not break that rhythm. So, if we get to that point, that would go through my mind absolutely. To keep a hot guy in a rhythm would be the first thing that would jump to my mind.
Don, we saw that the Thompson goal was some great passing on that power play. What in general worked so well for that power play Thursday? You got 3 goals and you had a lot of possession.
Yeah, we had a lot of calm. And that's something we need. You have a young team. You have a new level of play or not necessarily a new level, but a level of play. These guys don't have a lot of experience, and you look at that separating component to maybe some of the better teams and better players. There's a calm there, and we're trying to work on that with our guys. I thought they showed that calm, which gives them the ability to read a play and maybe manipulate situations, and they did all of that the other day.
You guys pretty balanced ice time the other night, even with going out a lot of power plays. How much of a goal was that to roll 4 lines and prepare?
It's a significant goal of ours from the coaching side. I don't believe it's right to separate guys at this point, and say I look at our roster, and I'm confident to spread ice time around, and I think it's the necessity. We need to play with a lot of energy. And as I mentioned, Dylan Cousins got skipped over a little bit there, and it was like I have to get him back on the ice. He's got fresh legs. He's got energy we may need now. So I don't. The other component of that, what I'm trying to say, Bill, is we don't have any wide range and discrepancy in our player pool. If I look at our 20 guys. We need them all to compete, and they all have to play important situations. And certainly when we go on the road, we can't line match. So I just want guys to play hard, as we've talked about, and a big part of that is being fresh. So the more I can use 20 guys or 18 guys, skaters, I will.
Now, with new goaltenders and new defensemen, how is the communication going between them? Is it still a work in progress, or is it going pretty well?
Yeah, I haven't sensed it not working or working any less than good. They've been good at it. They're fast developing a camaraderie, an identity, a group identity and a synergy there. So that always helps in those situations where communication is big, and working for the guy next to you is big. And it's so far so good. So,
Don, when we spoke going into the final preseason game, you were so already focused on taking information from that game and then, putting it forward to the regular season. Is it fair to say that some of the information that came out of that game in the most positive way was how Bryson and Miller played together? And is that now something you're really liking what you're seeing?
Definitely, yeah. Good eye on that one. We do. We've talked about that a lot, those two as a pair. Obviously, with the Yokoharu injury, we contemplated who should play with who. And we said we need to leave those two together, so they will remain together for that reason. They've been good.
Is there something for each of them that you feel like they're getting from the partnership that's helping them?
Yeah, I think it is a good partnership. I think they respect each other's skill and the way they play, and there's some genuine excitement pairing up. those two guys and working for each other, which, a lot of times in any situation, you get out on that ice and you can see the body language of the players. They feel sometimes they're alone in a situation, and as partners, you got to play as a pair. And every situation, everything that happens is happening to you as a pair, not as an individual. And those guys, are feeling that. They're feeling that power of playing together even more so than not, and it's nice to see. Yeah.